Jai Gurudev, dear students. Children, we have completed our lesson number 10 in the last class, measurements and motion. Okay, so today is exercise time and we will study about the exercises. Children, in every chapter, some of the exercises are given in between the chapter and some exercises are given after the completion of the chapter. Okay, so let's solve one by one. Children, here first of all, fill in the table. In the first page in new book, it is given here and this table is given for you. Okay, here they have written amount of sugar purchased by your mother for a month, means in your home how much amount of sugar, how many kilogram of sugar you are consuming in your home for a month, that you have to write. Okay, it varies from person to person or home to home, because some of the people, they don't like so much sugar things or sweet things, so they are using less. And if you are liking so many sweet things, and usually if you prepare, your mother prepares sweet things at home, so you need more sugar. Okay, so that's why this amount differ from person to person. So according to you, you write here how many kilogram sugar you are consuming, means your family is consuming in a month. Next is volume of petrol filled in your dad's car in a month. That also you can ask your father about this volume, means how much petrol your papa is using in his car in a month. So that also you write here. Petrol, you have to write in liters because it is liquid. So amount of water you drink in a day, this also varies from day to day. Some day we feel so thirsty when we do some hard exercises. At that day we can consume more water, and some day we consume less water. It depends on season to season also. But children, you have studied in junior classes that we should drink at least 8 to 10 glass of water in a day. Okay, so how many glasses of water you are drinking, according to that you write here. Okay, so here you have to write your daily intake of water. So this is about you. You have to fill here because I have not filled anything here. It is for you, just for your information. Okay, so from this we can calculate our monthly or our yearly amount of these all the things, how much we are using. So after this, children, our exercise is given here on page number 99. Okay, so it is given in the form of choose the correct answers. So let's read. First one is, which of the following is required to measure the length of the curved line? Children, I have told you about the this thing, means when we have to measure any curved line or measure the length of any curved line like this, then what we do, we use thread. Okay, and after the use of thread, we can measure the length of thread with the scale, and then we can measure length. So that's why thread is a right option among all these. And second is choose the correct option. 6781 meter is equal to dash kilometer. So children, here how to solve it? You can solve in this way, that you have to write 67, whatever figure is given here, 6781 upon 1000. If we write 1000 here, and when you solve it, children, this value will come 6.781 kilometer. Okay, 6.781 kilometers. So we can say that 6781 meter is equal to 6.781 kilometers. Okay children, so A is the right option. And third one is SI unit of length is, you know, we have already studied that SI unit of length is meter. And next is arrange the following in ascending order. Children, you know, in ascending order we have to write first small unit, and after that small, then big, then bigger, then biggest. In this way we are writing in ascending order. Okay, means first we have to write smaller thing. So here in all A, B, C, D options, they have given different kind of units. You can see here, which we have already studied. And in the first one, if we see, you can see here meter, kilometer and millimeter. And from these all three, millimeter is the smallest one. So 6 millimeter we have to write first. Then after millimeter, then meter, 6 meter will come. Then after meter, kilometer we can write. So numbering will be 2, 3 and 1. And in the same way, in the B option, you can see here they have given 3 again units: second, hour and minute. So children, here we can see that second is the smallest unit. After second, minute will come, and minute we give second number, and after minute third is a hour. Hour is bigger than minute. So third number we have to put to give to this hour. And let's see in the C this category: kilogram, 2 kilogram, 2 gram and 2 milligram. From these three, milligram is the smallest unit, so 2 milligram is smallest. Then after 2 milligram, 2 gram is the bigger one, means after 2 milligram, gram will come, 2 gram will come, and after 2 gram, 2 kilogram will come, because this is the biggest one. So D, in the D option, they have given 4 days, 4 decades and 4 hours. So children, here also in the same way, 4 hours is smaller unit, and as compared to hours, day is bigger. So second number we give to days, and as compared to days, you know, decades, 4 decades are biggest. So this 4 decades we have to give third number. So in this way we have to arrange them in the ascending order. If we give you to arrange all these things in descending order, then you can write biggest unit first, then smallest, smaller, then smallest. Okay, in this way. So next one is the standard system of measurement is known as SI unit. You know, standard system of measurement of is called SI system of units. After this, children, in next exercise, which is given on page number 103 in the new book, this exercise is given in the form of fill in the blanks. So, an apple falling from a tree is a type of dash motion. It is a rectilinear motion, because anything when fall from a height, it straight way in the straight way it comes down. So that's why motion in a straight line is called rectilinear. And if a troop of soldiers is marching along a straight line, their motion will be called as rectilinear motion, because when a troop is marching along a straight line they have written here. So from a straight line you should be clear that here only rectilinear word will come. Okay. Third is, dash motion is a type of motion that repeats itself after equal intervals of time. Which motion repeats itself after equal intervals of time? Periodic motion. Okay, children, we have already studied in this chapter about the periodic motion. I have given you examples also about revolution of the earth is a periodic motion. Even movements of hands of the clock also shows periodic motion. Okay, so these all are the examples, and here periodic will come. Next is, dash was used by early man as a mode of transportation. Children, early man, you know, early man has they didn't know about any means of transport, or means that time wheel was not invented. So before the invention of wheel, these early men, they were using animals for the transportation. Okay, means they carried load on the back of animals, and they carried their things from one place to another with the help of animals. So here an animal, because here was they have written, means a single thing you have to write. So an animal was used by early man as a mode of transportation. Next is, if a body is not changing its position with respect to time, then the body is said to be at rest. Okay, when there is no change in any body, means its position with respect to time, then we can say this any object or any body is at rest now. Okay, so this is about the fill in the blanks. After this, children, next exercise is this is after the completion of the chapter. This main exercises are given in the form of choose the correct option first. Rahul is sitting inside a stationary bus. Which of the following objects will appear to be moving with respect to him? Means when Rahul, they are asking that when this boy Rahul, when he is sitting inside a stationary bus means जो बस रुकी हुई है. Okay, so which of the following objects will appear to be moving? Means when Rahul is sitting in a stationary bus, then which of these things are appears to be moving? सीट्स ऑफ द बस, अगर हम किसी भी रुकी हुई बस में बैठे होते हैं तो सीट्स तो बस की मूव नहीं करती हैं. द रोड ऑन विच बस स्टैंड्स. No, this also we can see road is also road also appears to be at rest. Another passing bus. You know, when we sit in any of the stationary bus, if any other bus passing nearby, then that bus appears to be move. Okay, so this C is the right option. Another bus, another passing bus. So fellow passengers means if any other passengers who are sitting in our bus, they also are not appear to be move. Okay, so C is the right option. Second is, if a zigzag path leading to your home was to be measured, with which of the following methods or objects would you use to make the measurement? Children, here they have written, if a zigzag path. Zigzag path means टेढ़ा मेढ़ा रास्ता. ओके, टेढ़ा मेढ़ा रास्ता अगर आपके घर को जाता है तो आप कैसे मेजर करोगे उसको? सो विद द हेल्प ऑफ any zigzag or any curved path, we can measure with the help of thread. I have already told you, explained you in this chapter that we use thread to measure that zigzag path or curved lines, curved surface. So both meter scale and thread we need for this work. Okay, because first we measure the distance with the help of thread, then after we use meter scale. With the help of meter scale we measure the length of this thread. Okay, so this C is the right option. Next is SI base unit of time is second. Children, SI unit of time we have already studied that it is second only, and we have to write with the small s. Pinky is using a meter scale to measure the length of a rope. Which of the following represents the most appropriate observation? See children, here they have given different kind of observations. Means if any, this statement is given on the basis of assessment. Okay, means if Pinky is using meter scale, so if anybody is using meter scale to measure the length of any object, then if any reading is given, because here no reading is given, so they have asked about these readings, which reading appears to be more appropriate. Okay, most appropriate. So this D reading appears to be most appropriate as compared to this. Children, when we write any kind of numbers, with the help of units, we can't write in this way. This is also wrong way, because 1 0 we are not generally mentioning, and if we write in this way, this is also not correct. Sometimes we write like this, but it is not correct according to the rules of mathematics. When we have to write most appropriately, then we use this kind of system, or we can say this kind of pattern, like 22.00, because here any value can come after this. Okay, so decimal After decimal, 20 we generally use. You know here centimeter, but if when we write about the rupees also, that time also we use such kind of pattern. Suppose if we write 25 rupees, so for 25 also we write 25, after 25 we put decimal, and after decimal we use 2 zeros. Okay, in this way we generally write most appropriately. Okay, so that's why D is the correct option. So fifth one is, in a circular motion, the distance between the moving particle and the fixed point about which it rotates dash with respect to time. Children, what they are asking in circular motion, here I can give you example of a moving fan. You can understand this statement by a moving fan. When fan is moving, you know the wings are moving continuously, but central rod with which we attach that fan to the roof, so that rod remains the same, means distance between the rod and the wings remain the same. You know that thing comes here, remains same, because here they have given option decreases, increases, increases and then decreases, and after that remains same. Because you know children, when fan moves, at that time that distance between the wings and the central part remains the same always. Okay, it never changes. When fan moves day and night, then also the distance between the rod, or we can say central part, and the wings, that remains the same with respect to time. Okay, because they both the things are fixed in their position, only the wings are moving. Okay, so they have given example of here about the circular motion. So that's why this D option is correct option. So after this children, here they have given next exercise about write T for true and F for false. So write true or false. If a body changes its position with respect to time, then the body is said to be in motion. Yes, children, when we say any body is in motion, when it changes its position with respect to time. So that's why this statement is correct statement. So it is true. 1 millimeter is equal to 0.1 centimeter. Yes children, it is also true. You know this is in mathematics also you are doing these all the conversions. So when we convert millimeters into centimeter, 1 millimeter into centimeter, then value comes into 0.1 centimeter. So it is also true. While traveling in a train, the co-passengers means जो ट्रेन में हमारे साथ बैठे हुए passengers होते हैं, they are called co-passengers, appears to be in motion. False. Children, when we travel in a train, co-passengers never appears to be in motion because they also sit like us. एंड ऐसा तो नहीं लगता है ना कि जो हमारे साथ ट्रेन में ट्रेवल कर रहे हैं वो मूव कर रहे हो. ओके, दे ऑल्सो आर लुकिंग और दे ऑल्सो अपीयर्स टू बी एट रेस्ट. ओके, सो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज फॉल्स. इफ टू स्टूडेंट्स आर मेजरिंग द लेंथ using the same instrument, one after the other, they will always measure the same value. Yes, it is true. Because when any of the means here they have given 2, but if more than 2 also people measure length of any same instrument, and that value will remain same, but here one condition is there when they use SI units or standard units for measurement. Okay, if they use meter scale or measuring tape, at that time only the value remains same. Okay, but if they use olden methods like hand span or that footsteps or any other kind of these non-standard, we can say, kind of instruments, then the value will not remain same. So here they have not mentioned that with what they are measuring. Okay, and means in this chapter we have studied about the standard measurement units. So that's why this value, this statement is true, because if more than 2 or if 2 students measuring a length of using the same instrument one after another, then it will remain same. Next is the tip of the second hand is in a circular motion with respect to the center of the clock. Yes, children, you know the tip of the second hand. You know that second hand means that hand of the clock. You know that needles of the clocks are called hands of the clock. Okay, so you know 2 hands are always there. One hand shows hours and second hand shows minutes, and one small hand is also there which shows second, okay, third. So that is about that second hand they are talking about. The tip of the second hand is in circular motion with respect to the center of the clock. Yes, it is true, because when hands of the clock moves, that time they are moving with respect to the center of the clock. Okay, so that's why it is true. And sixth one is the length of the meter rod can be used as a standard unit of length. Yes, length of the meter rod also can be used as a standard unit of length, because meter rod also we can use to measure the length of any bigger thing. So this is also true. So children, with this your this chapter exercises also completed, and you have to fill all the exercises in your book. Don't write any exercise in your science notebook. Only question answers you have to write in your science notebook. Don't write any exercise in your notebook. Okay, so you have to fill in the book. And if you don't have a new book, I'll send you PDF of this old book also, this new book also. So you can copy those pages, make a photocopy of them, means take out, print out, or if you have if you want to write with hand, you can write down, note down. Okay, and if you want to take out printout of these all the pages of exercises, then also it's okay, it is your choice, and you just stick them in your old book. Okay, so that you should learn it, and because most of the exercises will come in exams from the new book. Okay children, and read them properly and learn all the exercises from your book only. Don't write in your copy. So Jai Gurudev.